You cook, you clean, you ask how his day was, you practically send a search party for his feelings. And he just says I'm fine and stares at the wall like it owes him money. You are not failing. You are trying to read a book written in a language nobody ever taught you. So before you decide you married a brick wall with a beard, let me translate him for you. Because by the end, that silent, moody man is going to make a whole lot more sense. So sit down, my love, because we need to talk about the most misunderstood creature in your house. Not the cat, your husband. Here is the first thing nobody tells you. He is not hiding his feelings from you. A lot of the time, he genuinely cannot find them. There is a real psychological term for this. It is called normative male alexithymia. Fancy words for a simple, sad truth. Most men were raised to have every feeling except two. Anger, and I'm fine. Think about it. You had sleepovers where you cried about everything together. He had sleepovers where feelings were banned and someone got punched for fun. From the time he was a tiny boy, the world told him, do not cry, do not be soft, man up. Nobody ever taught him the words for scared, or ashamed, or overwhelmed. So he built a nice little vault, threw all his feelings inside, and lost the key around age 9. That is not a character flaw, sweetheart. That is 30 years of training. So when you ask, what are you feeling? And he says, I do not know, he might actually be telling the truth. Way to understand him: number 1, his silence is not a punishment, it is a bunker. When you get stressed, you usually want to talk it out. Connection is your medicine. When he gets stressed, his body does the opposite. It floods, and he shuts the door and goes quiet. It is called physiological flooding. Once his heart rate crosses a certain line, the thinking part of his brain basically leaves the building. Researchers found men flood faster and harder than women in a fight. So his heart is literally pounding while his face looks like a bored statue. That cold, checked-out look you hate, that is not him refusing to care. That is a man so overwhelmed his brain just hit the emergency shutoff switch. He is not going quiet to win. He is hiding because he does not know what else to do. Give him 20 minutes to cool down, and you will get more out of him than an hour of chasing ever will. Way number 2, and this one might break your heart a little. Your husband is probably lonelier than you realize. Studies show a huge share of men have no close friend they actually confide in. Not a single one. Somewhere along the way, the world told him that needing people is weakness, so he quietly canceled his friendships and called it independence. You have your sister, your group chat, your best friend who knows every secret you own. He has you. That is the entire list. You are his wife, his therapist, his best friend, and his whole emotional support team, all rolled into one very tired person. So all that pressure, all that fear, all that am I even enough has exactly one place to go, and that place is you. No wonder he sometimes shuts down. He is carrying it completely alone and calling it strength. Way number 3. For a man, the deepest fear is usually not being unloved. It is being seen as a failure. A researcher named Brené Brown spent years digging into this. For women, shame often sounds like, do it all, do it perfectly, and never let them see you sweat. For men, shame is one brutal little word: weak. Watch what happens when a man feels like he failed at work. He does not get sad in front of you. He gets distant or snappy, or he vanishes into his phone. He is not being cold to you. He is drowning in the exact feeling he was never allowed to admit he has. And if you say what is wrong with you, the vault slams shut for a week. But if you say we are a team and we will figure this out, you just became the safest place he has on earth. Way number 4, he is probably saying I love you constantly. You are just waiting for the words. You want to hear it out loud. A lot of men cannot say it, so they do it instead. He fills your gas tank. He fixes the wobbly chair. He lies awake worrying about the tires on your car. When he says, drive safe and text me when you land, that is not nagging. That is, I love you wearing a hard hat. That is not him dodging romance. In his language, that is the love poem. He is basically standing there going, I reinforced the deck so it would not collapse and kill you. Do you feel cherished yet? The problem is you were raised on words and he was raised on actions, so you are both saying I love you and both feeling unheard. So here is the key that unlocks the whole thing, and it is almost embarrassingly simple. Stop interrogating him and start making it safe. You cannot yank a feeling out of a man like a splinter. The harder you dig, the deeper the vault goes. Instead, sit beside him, not across from him, shoulder to shoulder, not face to face. Men open up sideways, in the car, on a walk, washing the dishes, almost never under a spotlight. Ask small, what was the worst part of today beats what are you feeling every single time. And when he finally says something real, whatever you do, do not flinch and do not rush to fix it. Just say, that makes sense, and thank you for telling me. And please, never weaponize it later. Throw his soft moment back in his face during a fight, and that vault locks for good. But do it right a few times, and slowly, that rusty old vault starts creaking open on its own. So here's the truth, and I want you to write it on your hand if you have to. Your husband is not a cold man. He is a warm man in a cold suit of armor he was handed as a little boy. You are not failing to understand him. You were just never handed the translation until now. He does not need you to fix him. He needs you to make it safe enough to take the armor off. The strongest thing a man can do is take that armor off. The kindest thing you can do is not laugh when he does. Do that, and you will finally meet the man who has been in there the whole time, waiting to be understood. Now tell me down in the comments. Men, what is one thing you wish she understood? Women, what finally cracked the code? And stay with me, because next time we get into the quiet way resentment sneaks into a marriage and how to catch it early. Take care of each other. I mean it.